So, looking at the prompt for, I guess, the sixth discussion board, the one on Peter Singer's famine, affluence, and morality. What did I ask? If you accept Singer's two premises or principles, must you, to avoid hypocrisy, give away all of your extra money? Why or why not? The key word there is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is when you say one thing and do another. It's the opposite of integrity. Someone with integrity may be right or wrong. We say they have integrity because they are actually living up to their own beliefs or principles. The opposite of integrity is hypocrisy when you do not live up to your purported beliefs or principles. So, hypocrisy is exactly, I think, what Peter Singer's essay is all about. And it starts with those two premises or principles. The first one is that certain things are bad. People starving, people dying of lack of access to food or medical care, clean water. The second premise or principle is that if we can do something to prevent those bad things from happening without sacrificing anything of similar importance, that we should do so. Now it gets complicated, as we know, looking at Singer's essay, but it starts out with these two very simple principles, seemingly simple principles. Certainly the first one's pretty simple. The second one turns out not to be so simple. But the idea is that, well, okay, here are two principles. Accept them or don't accept them, Singer says. He doesn't argue for them. He simply presents them and says, well, do you agree with this? And if you do agree, he says, then certain things follow. That is, if you want to actually uphold those principles, if you actually want to have integrity and live by what you believe. And that is that what follows is that there's certain things that you would need to sacrifice. Now, how much you would need to sacrifice, what things you would need to sacrifice, to what extent your sacrifice would have to go, those are perhaps the complexities. But the idea is if you accept these two principles, then if you want to uphold them, if you really do accept them, then there's certain things you need to do. And basically, I put it there, you've got to give away all your extra money. Now, extra is begging the question. I mean, what do you mean by extra? That's the complexity, but it basically boils down to that. So I think Singer would answer the question. Uh, yes, you do need to give away all of your extra money to avoid hypocrisy if you accept my two principles. I think he would say. Um, as we'll see, John Arthur has some criticisms of Singer that might call that into question. That is, it may be possible to accept the principles, but given the complexities of moral life, it may not be hypocrisy to refrain from giving away all of our money. I mean, it's not clear. You'll when you read the Arthur, look at the Arthur video, you have a better sense of what I say. So I don't know. I mean, how would I answer it? I don't know. I mean, most of us would accept his principles, I think, his two premises. And most of us do not give away all of our extra money. So that would mean most of us are hypocrites. And that would certainly include me. I mean, I think that I think about his two principles a lot, especially the second one. And I have a lot of sympathy for them. Do I think that I am a hypocrite? Probably to some extent, I am a hypocrite. But that's what it is. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer the question, except that it's a difficult difficult question, really.